Aujourd'hui, je vais parler de this whole company starting to sell the fake liquor thing. I mean, seriously, what is up with that? Am I the same one? Well, we shall see, shall we? Hey, Zedbuck here. So clearly, if you've seen any of my clips, it's pretty easy to tell that I am a fan of the adult drinks life. I mean, it really is part of the joy of being an adult over a kid, right? Obviously, drink responsibly and all that, but that's not the main issue here, right? The topic today is the emergence of non-alcoholic liquor brands, and to a lesser extent, it's beer and wine cousins as well, right? I only say to a lesser extent beer and wine, because honestly in many parts of the world, right, those drinks are basically the equivalent of soda already, right? So if your people has a wine or beer at work lunch, then it's basically socially acceptable to the same level as soda. So there's just no reason in that case to even fake a product like what I'm talking about to begin with, right? But liquor, that's a little different, right? Maybe outside of Russians, I don't think anybody thinks that liquor is a type of product that is acceptable to drink at every occasion. So I'm guessing this relatively new proliferation of brands that are trying to make non-alcoholic liquor a thing is mostly an American phenomenon. I don't have any proof to back that up, but it feels right. But I would like to refute this whole concept here and now, because sometimes the rest of the world do have a tendency to copy what Americans do. But this is just a terrible idea, so attack it we shall today, okay? Anyway, if you enjoy some random rants from a dude with clearly no production skills, like, subscribe, share, and comment, or whatever. I'll be great regardless, because I just do these for funsies. Hit that bell icon. I still don't know where that is, because I'm asking you guys to do something that I barely do on this platform. Yep, that's me, casual hypocrite about a rather minor internet detail. So who is exactly the target audience for alcohol-free liquor? I mean, seriously, I know some people in real life that simply do not drink, right? I can respect that, absolutely. But those people tend to not put themselves in situations where this would be very apparent, right? But maybe they are at least part of the audience, right? Since social drinking as adults, in the US anyway, is common enough that even the few lifetime non-drinkers could stand out if they're not holding a drink, say at a office holiday party or something like that, right? I think much more likely, though, the audience is people who used to drink but are now trying to wean themselves away from it. So having a drink made from the ingredients that really tries to approximate the original taste might sound like a reasonable idea. But for me, the real problem comes in with value, right? All these now non-alcoholic versions of liquors are selling at similar prices to the original drink or cocktails, okay? To me, that is insane. Most people drink the adult drinks to feel that buzzed effect. Here, people are selling something that approximates the original taste, but without the actual positive effect people are looking for. Yet, they want to charge the same amount of money. I'm sorry, that is like if somebody tried to sell you half of a portion of a large order of fries for the same exact price. And the reasoning they tell you is like, hey, your half order is healthier. There's just no way for any reasonably value-conscious person to get behind that. Full stop. Also, by the way, I'd like to reject the premise of non-alcoholic liquors based on just how sad it makes its actual customers look. Again, it sucks to be judged for not doing something that everyone else is doing, right? But think about how different it is to just ask for a bartender, say, for gin and tonic, hold the gin, which is just tonic water, and that makes the bartender's life easier, right? Versus if you want it non-alcoholic liquor, which is currently a relatively niche product, you'd have to call in advance to figure out which establishments even carry these products, or risk looking extra awkward, right? If you didn't do the research, you're asking for a non-alcoholic cocktail and be given a blank stare, because most places definitely can't accommodate this, right? But honestly, I think the real irony is that plenty of people get into this whole bad drinking habit due to peer pressure when they're young, right? And that sucks. And yet, even if they're now trying to wean themselves off that lush train, now they have to hide it with these generally awful tasting products because they're still being peer pressured to at least look like they're drinking the same thing as their peers. Just hidden? Good Lord. Well, The easier solution is to just let go of those social expectations already, alright? I don't know what to tell you. Life is just much easier when you care less about what your friends or peers or colleagues think. Right? Oh, and final tangent-ish, but not really. If you want to have a drink at places where alcohol is usually served, but doesn't want to drink any liquor or wine or beer or soda, for instance, there already exists an incredibly realistic alternative, and it is just called water. Seriously, if you put a lemon or a lime wedge in it, how's anyone gonna know that you're not drinking a vodka soda or a gin and tonic? I mean, sure. If your friends and colleagues are real detectives, they can probably notice the lack of fizz, but realistically, nobody cares that much to do that level of surveillance on you, okay? But you know what? I did just rail against this whole public perception thing, didn't I? So why am I then giving advice on how to go incognito if you want to drink less? I do believe in honesty, after all, so the real answer here is, or you can just tell people you're drinking water because it is literally the most healthy drink you can put in yourself, okay? All things considered, right? And if you really want some sort of taste without the liquor from the alcohol or the sugar from a soda, still pretty easy to accommodate, okay? Literally drop a hint of any juice or mixer into your water and voila, now you have not only a healthy drink, but a mysterious looking one at that. All at the bonus cost of, drum roll please, most likely absolutely nothing at a bar. Problem solved. So, in conclusion, I think the only people who would ever happily spend money on non-alcoholic liquor are just people who haven't escaped that public perception trap and yet has so much disposable income that they want to spend equal money for a vastly inferior product just to make themselves look like they're healthier in front of their peer group. In other words, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to be friends with people like that. Again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't drink less if that's what you want to do, but if that's the aim, there are just simply way easier, more fiscally responsible ways to accomplish that right now. No need to invent a brand new product category. I just realized something, by the way. Non-alcoholic liquor is basically like the liquid equivalent of plant-based meats. Oh god, same ripoff. Same complete unnecessary redundancy, but that's a rant for a different day. I'm gonna stop myself now. Cheers. I love Roshan.